The year was 1939. The world watched in horror as Europe descended into chaos. Nazi Germany, with its hunger for power, ignited a global conflict. World War II had begun. This war was different. It was a fight for freedom against tyranny. Millions of soldiers and civilians were caught in a struggle for survival. The battles raged across continents, leaving scars on the land and in the hearts of men. From the beaches of Normandy to the jungles of the Pacific, the fate of the world hung in the balance. The Axis powers, led by Germany, Italy, and Japan, seemed unstoppable in the early years. Their armies were vast, their weapons advanced, and their thirst for conquest insatiable. But even in the darkest hours, hope flickered. Ordinary men and women from all walks of life rose to the challenge. They enlisted, leaving behind their homes, families, and dreams. They became soldiers, sailors, airmen, nurses, and factory workers, united in their determination to defeat fascism and preserve liberty. The tide of the war began to turn in 1942. The Battle of Midway, a decisive naval encounter in the Pacific, dealt a crushing blow to the Japanese fleet. In Europe, the tide turned at the Battle of Stalingrad. The Soviet Union's Red Army, fighting with incredible resilience, broke the back of the German war machine. From the frozen plains of Russia to the scorching deserts of North Africa, Allied forces fought back with unwavering courage. The liberation of Paris in August 1944 was a moment of immense joy and a symbol of hope for a world yearning for peace. The war in Europe finally came to an end in May 1945 with Germany's unconditional surrender. The war in the Pacific raged on for a few more months. The battles of Iwo Jima and Okinawa were some of the bloodiest in human history. The atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945 finally brought the war to a close. Japan surrendered, and the world breathed a collective sigh of relief. Amidst the vast scale of the conflict, it was the individual stories of bravery and sacrifice that truly captured the human cost of war. One such story is that of Witold Pilecki, a Polish soldier who volunteered to be imprisoned in Auschwitz. His mission was to gather intelligence on the horrors of the Nazi concentration camp. Pilecki endured unimaginable suffering during his time in Auschwitz. He witnessed firsthand the systematic extermination of Jews and other prisoners. He organized resistance within the camp and smuggled out vital information to the Allies. After escaping in 1943, Pilecki continued to fight for Poland's freedom. Another remarkable story is that of Charles Carpenter, an African-American soldier who served in the segregated US Army. Carpenter fought with distinction in Italy, earning the Bronze Star for his valor. Despite facing discrimination at home, Carpenter risked his life for his country. He, like countless other African-American soldiers, proved their bravery and patriotism on the battlefield. World War II was a watershed moment in human history. It reshaped the geopolitical landscape and left an indelible mark on the world. The war had a profound impact on technology, science, and medicine. It also led to the formation of the United Nations, a global organization dedicated to preventing future conflicts. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of World War II is the courage and sacrifice of those who fought for freedom. They were ordinary people who rose to extraordinary challenges. They were the greatest generation. Their stories deserve to be remembered and honored. They remind us of the human capacity for both great evil and extraordinary good. Their sacrifice serves as a reminder of the importance of peace, tolerance, and understanding. It is our duty to learn from the past and strive to create a world where such horrors are never repeated.